influence throughout your life or throughout your cycle. Okay, so that's what that means. Then something else was revealed another few hours later, and these are movements. Again, when I received these movements, I thought they were universal. It was like a new cool yoga pose that anyone can do. Then as I performed it, it came to me that it was actually specifically for you, Becca. And so I'll just stop there for now. So the movements are these. That's the first. Don't worry, I'll show them to you as well. First movement, which represents I am the child in my mother's womb. I fall out and grow below her. I know it sounds a bit weird and out there, just bear with me. Stage movement number 2. The sperm enters my vagina and rises. Don't laugh. Movement number 3. The body of my child is created in my belly and grows. Movement number 4. My child's soul reaches my heart, and I nurse my child and I hold my child. So I'll do this demonstration. Let me see if there's space here. Can you see my whole body? Okay, so so your hands are crossed like this and you rise them up. Okay, you should be standing for this. So it starts off, you're standing up with your hands crossed above your head. Head back, slowly comes back, and you fold your shoulders so that you are within your arms. And this is, your arms around you represent your mother. I am the child in my mother's womb. I fall out and grow below her. Then the second movement, your hands slowly go down and reach the level of, well, your vagina. The sperm enters my vagina and rises. I know this is really weird, just bear with me. Then the third movement, you rise your hands, you turn them in slightly and bring them up to your belly. The body of my child is created in my belly and grows. Then your hands turn more like that slowly and rise up to your heart. My child's soul reaches my heart, and I nurse my child and I hold my child. This time you are the mother and the hands represent your child. So those are the 4 movements that came to me. But that's not it. A few hours later, I had a crazy Saturday, so let me tell you that. My mind was exhausted. So the movements, sequence of 4 movements that I just performed. So later on, what came to me is that these movements were in fact to be performed as a group, the 9 of us. We all stand in a circle as designed by the diagram, with Joanna in the center. Joanna leads the movement for the 8 others to follow. This heals Becca and helps her move to her phase 8. So I don't know, I'm only the messenger, but it seems to mean that for some reason, Becca, you have been stuck on the stage number 7, and you just need a little push from your friends to get onto phase number 8. And this is apparently how to do it. I mean, no pressure. If you decide you don't want to do it, you will enter your phase 8 no matter what. It'll happen. Something will click and happen. But this is kind of a message from whatever, God or whatever you want to call it out there, just to help you out a bit. The movement is the message of motherhood. Now this is another message that came to me later on. We all have a healing to complete surrounding motherhood and daughterhood. Originally this was what was coming through, but then a 5th movement arose. This was revealed later. I'll show you the movement. So remember, we are here. That was movement number 4. And the 5th movement is your hands rise up, and as they pass your face, you do a twist, and come back up. And this brings us back to the original pose. So it's actually completed the cycle. So maybe the completion of the cycle helps in a way. But that's not it. When this fifth movement came to me and I raised my hands up, the words were, you complete the cycle by turning into the sky. Da, da, da. This whole movement about motherhood is actually about sky. So the words that then came into my head were, sky is the key. And I just so happen to have remembered that Sky is also the name of your daughter. So I'll just go into that after. So sky is the key. So the fifth movement, hands rise to the head and go up to the sky to complete the sequence and go full circle in the shape of eternity. As we do this with our hands, we are also symbolizing eternity by doing that number 8 shape, which is a complete cycle. Still here, okay. The hands glide over the face and become the sky. The hands twist upwards. Okay, so the feeling of loss and confusion that you are, I don't know if you're, well, yeah, these feelings and the relating to the stage of this cycle that you're in, which by the way you've almost completed, so something new and amazing is coming very soon. For some reason, I don't know the reason, but it seems that the key for you to come out of this loss or this pain and moving to the next stage is through your own motherhood, through Sky. And I don't want to presume, I don't know your life basically, and I don't want to tell you what these things relate to. You have to feel within yourself what they relate to. But definitely loss and confusion is something that came up that you're in, and the way for you to get out of it is through motherhood and through Sky. So loving your daughter, remembering that she's the one that needs you the most, and that your life is based around hers and her life is based around yours, and you are completely connected within that eternal movement of motherhood to daughterhood and back up again and back to the sky. And I think that these movements, if performed all together in the manner that was sent down to me, will somehow benefit you and maybe trigger something. I hope so. Something else then got revealed later on again. By this time I was very tired and I was unable to get the full message. Oh yeah, this was the drawing for the fifth movement. And finally this came to me, and this does not specifically seem related to the last stuff, but it's still about the 9 of us, so I'm going to add it to this video and we can discuss it with the other girls. So remembering this diagram, if we follow the connecting lines, not to do with the symbol of balance that is in the background, we are just relating to the symbols of meaning. So Aga, who represents bride and love, Karen, youth, and Emmeline, solitary. But actually we're going to forget about the meanings right now and just remember the names. Aga, Karen, Emmeline, them 3 form a group of 3. Kirsty, Angelica, and Ephraim, they form a power of 3, a group of 3. Becca, Joanna, and Lottie form a group of 3. So this is what it looks like. We have the first triangle with Kirsty, Angelica, Ephraim. Second, not triangle, but lines. Emmeline, Karen and Aga. And the third one's in a straight line. Becca, Joanna, Lottie. These are 3 groups of 3. This is the power of 3 by 3. So I think that that is just something that is adding to the power of that night. I'm not sure if it means anything more than that or not, but that is it. And my brain is about to explode, so I'm going to stop now. Thank you so much for listening to this half an hour. I hope I didn't weird you out too much or bore you. If you have any questions, please ask me, and if I can answer, I will. If I can't, I will also be honest with you and say that I don't know, because there's a lot I don't know. So that's all I've got so far. There we go. I love you so much, and I shall see you soon. Peace be with you.